Ugh, can someone please create a filter that's like, I'm not a mom that's exhausted. These bags though. But you know who really needs one of those, like, I'm not old and tired filters? Biden.
I came down because I heard there was chocolate chip ice cream.
We'll get into that later, because this video is going to go through a whole series of emotions, from just my utter confusion at the state of the world to my absolute complete disgust for most politicians. I live in Tennessee. You guys know that by now because I keep making video after video about books getting banned, books getting burned, drag getting banned, all the things. Everything is banned, not guns though. And one of the lead players in all the anti-LGBT movements going on, Lieutenant Governor McNally, just came out and apologized for liking a young boy's Instagram photos that were very suggestive. I mean, I'm not shocked. So he apologizes after repeatedly commenting on racy Instagram posts. Tennessee Republican Lieutenant Governor Randy McNally has confirmed that for a little while, he has been liking and leaving comments on social media photos of openly gay Tennessee man who often poses nearly naked. Yes, King, we love how our member of the state Senate comments things like, love it, and heart and flame emojis. One reads, Finn, you can truly turn a rainy day into rainbows and sunshine. I mean, he's really thinking about how sorry he is right here. The Lieutenant Governor of Tennessee, which recently passed multiple bills that target LGBTQ people and culture, has been frequently commenting from his verified Instagram account on shirtless photos of a young gay man. Like, at least use a fake account. Like, these people have no clue. I mean, look at that. That is his verified account. Dude. But despite his best efforts to ban everything, it didn't work because federal judge temporarily halts Tennessee drag ban law. I've made several videos on this. Thank you, Judge Thomas Parker. He cited constitutional protections of freedom of speech. I said that would happen. I called it, in issuing a temporary restraining order. Now I can sit here and I can complain about Tennessee banning books, banning drag, all the crazy stuff politicians are doing, Randy being Randy. I can make all these jokes. But at the end of the day, it's pretty devastating to hear about the Nashville shooting. Now this is, you know, right down the street for me. I did not make a video on this because I just feel uncomfortable. I feel uncomfortable making a video about something like that. The only reason why I'm talking about it right now is because recently a massive number of students came out to protest what happened. And I thought that was just a beautiful thing. And before we get into that and my complaints about it, because I do have a few, I cannot skip over how poorly Joe Biden has handled the situation. Like, it makes me angry to my core. He comes out to talk about this school shooting that happened and handles it like the whole thing's a fucking joke. I'm just gonna play the whole clip and watch it with you.
My name is Joe Biden. I'm Dr. Joe Biden's husband. And I ate Jenny's ice cream, chocolate chip. I came down because I heard there was chocolate chip ice cream. By the way, I have a whole refrigerator full upstairs. You think I'm kidding? I'm not. God. Ben, how are you, pal? One of the best guys in the United States Congress, Ben Cardin. Folks, welcome to the White House.
Monday. Oh, I don't even have words. That just felt like the most disrespectful way. It did not feel like he was about to talk about a tragedy. It didn't. It felt like he was about to just give some late update on, I don't know, taxes or something that isn't just completely gut-wrenching. But no, he came out to talk about a school shooting, and it just felt like, even in his introduction, I'm Joe Biden, and people laugh like it was like a laugh track to an episode of Friends or something weird. It wasn't the right reverence that you should have for a situation like this. I mean, he comes out, he talks about fucking ice cream. I have to, at this point, I don't think there's malice in something like this. He has just got to be senile, honestly. Like, I feel for him. I feel like his family should never have put him in the position to, you know, be the president of the United States if they noticed things going wrong, which I'm sure they had to have. Like, this is just beyond acceptable. The audience, what the hell is wrong with the people in the audience? Do you know what you're there for? This is not a cold open. This is supposed to be addressing a mass shooting, a tragedy. Children died. I watched the body cam footage of the cops. You know, and I held it together. I was very emotional about this whole thing, but I held it together and I just like looked at it again. I got emotional when I watched the body cam footage of the cops. They were effective. Like, thank you to our law enforcement who, you know, they quickly respond to things like this. Like this, I don't think they could have done it much better. They were in and out. It was like a minute and they had the shooter down. And just watching it, it wasn't graphic. Everything was sort of blurred. But it did show the shooter going down. It hit me then, like the height of my emotion hit me then. I don't know why, but like something about it just, it's so scary. And watching that, it felt so much more real. Even though I took it seriously, that just really made me think about my own child and how hard that would be. And there are parents now that don't have their kid anymore, and fucking Joe Biden, I just can't forgive that. I cannot forgive that. But my heart goes out to everybody that was affected, and I really stand strong in support with all those students who went out to protest this.
Monday morning at 10:13 a.m., marking the time the first 911 calls came in a week ago, students from around the city staging a walkout, marching to the Tennessee state capitol to call for tougher gun laws.
We're going back control, and we want it now. How many more?
How many more kids are dead is what they're chanting. It really does feel, and I've seen people say this, but it does feel like there are people out there that put more of a priority on guns than they do children. These conservatives are so concerned at life beginning at conception, but then when it comes to actually protecting children who are just going to school, nah. Can't take my guns.
The rally taking place as Tennessee Governor Bill Lee called for enhanced legislation and funding to place an armed security guard in every Tennessee public school.
Oh, look, there's Randy in the background.
Students marched all the way to the Tennessee Capitol in Nashville just days after a shooter killed 6 people, including 3 9-year-old kids, at a nearby private Christian school. They demanded lawmakers take action to prevent another tragedy like this from happening again.
Look at this man walking out, being escorted by a police officer. Like, he's got his hand on his shoulder like he's scared. What, are you scared that the kids are gonna get you? You're scared that the little, you know, kids with their signs are gonna come get you? Because I'm pretty sure they're the ones that are scared right now. And guess who's not protecting them? Your ass hiding behind a cop. But then again, we did have some that stood with the protesters, and now they're gonna have to pay for it.
Some even stopped to encourage the protesters.
This is the voice of the people.
Conservatives are now comparing this, where no one got hurt, mind you, they're comparing it to the insurrection. It's the same thing. The Democrat leaders who actually stood there and joined in the protest, they're getting in a lot of trouble right now. The Tennessee GOP is currently going to expel Johnson, Jones, and Pearson. Thank you very much, Jacqueline. I'm editing Jacqueline now, and looks like part of that did happen. It's always interesting to me when I'm editing things like this and I get these crazy updates. So the GOP did expel Democratic representatives Justin Jones and Justin Pearson. Gloria, however, remains. The House failed by 1 vote to achieve the 2/3 majority needed to expel Gloria Johnson. It's scary that they can manipulate the system like this. Like, expulsions are a huge thing. We've only had 2 since the Civil War, and one was for sexual misconduct, and the other one was because someone took a $1,000 bribe. Justin Jones actually gave a really good speech about all the people that are currently even still serving and all the horrific things they've done, and obviously not faced expulsion. Republicans removed 2 of the youngest black lawmakers from the General Assembly, further reducing an already small minority caucus. It seems they could be reappointed to their seats within days or weeks, which is really good news. I know Biden has spoken out in support of them. I mean, I'm certainly hoping for a good outcome, because this is heartbreaking. I mean, a lot of people are going to point it out. The one white woman stayed. You guys leave a comment and let me know if you think that's why, or if there's something else going on here. I will say, obviously, that's no fault of her own. I have seen her actually facing some backlash over that, which is ridiculous. Justin Jones and Pearson will be the stars within the Democratic Party, and Gen Z voters will be the worst nightmare for the GOP come 2024 as they help preserve our democracy. Had to give this update. I'm really upset about it. It's honestly very scary to me, especially living in Tennessee. I don't want to lose Democrats. There's not enough of them as it is. So I'm gonna go back to my edit from before. Sorry to bring in more bad news. They did knowingly and intentionally bring disorder and dishonor to the House of Representatives through their individual and collective actions. 3 people thought, you know what? I'm gonna stand with these kids that are protesting for their own safety. These children who do not feel safe going to our public schools, we're gonna stand with them and protest. Now they might get expelled. That's our government. I'm just disgusted. I'm disgusted with the conservative mindset around these types of things. I'm just disgusted. Overall. You know what? I bet banning drag queens could fix this. Anyway, I'm very frustrated. As you can see, I'm emotional over a lot of these things. I'm trying to keep certain things light. I mean, not Joe Biden light. I'm not going to talk about ice cream, for God's sakes.
I came down because I heard there was chocolate chip ice cream.
But who knows, with the rise of depression after all this shit, maybe ice cream sales will go up. America. So like this video if you agreed with anything I had to say. If you disagreed with something, please leave a comment below and let me know. And if you agreed, also leave a comment and let me know, because I feel like sometimes people who are angry have the loudest voices and then I get a misrepresentation of how people actually feel in my comments, and I genuinely am curious. Do you all hate me? I don't know. We'll find out. And you know, as for everything else, just stay safe. Man, this is a crazy, shitty world. And I just hope that we can all work together to make it better. As hippie as that may sound, I have to have hope. I'm gonna end my rant, I'm gonna get off my soapbox, and I'll see you guys in the next video.